I am becoming a plant mom today. It's Sunday. As I'm discovering more about myself, I'm also learning like my body type and the clothes that make me feel most confident. And I'm finding that I really like femininity type of things. I want to show you my outfit today to see if I'm hitting the mark or not. If not, let me know in the comments. Actually, don't let me know in the comments. I decided to go super pink today. I just have on this pink workout top. It's part of the BlackRomanceAuthor collection, bought pre-Target band, and then the matching ballerina skirt. I just really like it because it makes me feel like a ballerina. And then just for moments when I get cold, I have this sweater. I love a chunky sweater, but this is the fit. What do we think? And then this is the sweater because, like I said, it gets cold when you're writing. Let me know what y'all think about the outfit today. Today, my goal is to get 10,000 words written, but I also still have a lot to do. I need to edit all of the content that I filmed yesterday so that I have things to post on my socials because I'm a content creator now, guys. Let me show you my little content calendar that helps me stay on track. Here is my April content calendar, and I have everything color coded. Is this a bit type A? Absolutely. I'm a type A person. Okay, it's fine. You do what works best for you. But I have everything mapped out. There's still a couple of them that I have to film, but I'll worry about that later. And then I have 2 YouTube videos that I actually need to edit. And then as the weeks go, I'll fill in the rest of the month. I also want to show you guys, I just finished reading Roulette by Gray Huffington, and I love the femininity that was showcased in that novel. So I went and bought me 3 dozen roses because I am a woman in her 30s who deserves to have 3 dozen roses. And they smell so good because I'm learning to embrace my femininity as a woman and stop trying to do so much all the time, which is literally my whole personality, doing too much all the time. But before I do any of that, I want to sit down and type. So I'm gonna make me some iced coffee. I need to refill my ice maker, but I'm gonna make me some iced coffee and then we'll get to work. We'll start typing.
Yeah. You my treacherous little twin, and you know that we locked in, and I love you like my kin. It's whatever for you. I go up and down that road, I go anywhere you go. When you tell me life is good, I want better for you. Yeah. You my twin, you my twin, you my treacherous little twin, you my twin. You my treacherous little twin, you my twin. You my treacherous little twin. Yeah. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say. 500 million on the face, feel like KK. And I know the city that we from, not a safe place. But I know you riding with your twin till we fade away.
Why go to Starbucks when you have Starbucks at home? Now I have my coffee, and I'm gonna go ahead and sit at my desk. Here's what my desk situation looks like. Do not judge. And we're gonna get to work. I've been in a writing slump for a really long time, but I feel as if my writing slump is coming to an end. I'm excited about this story. A lot of people are ready for book 2, but between you and I, book 2 is nowhere near ready to be put out. But my goal is to get a nice chunk of it ready this weekend so that my alpha readers can start reading, and then I have something to deliver to my editor on that due date, which is coming up pretty soon. Let's get into it. So as I'm learning more about myself and things that I may have an interest in, I'm starting to do more searching of other types of hobbies aside from just writing. Because one day writing is going to be my full-time job, and I want to make sure that I still have those things that bring me joy outside of like work. So notoriously in my life, I have been a black thumb person. I could not keep plants alive to save my life, but now I'm kind of feeling inspired to become a plant mom. So I have a couple of plants that I bought recently, and so we're gonna repot them. And I'm really excited because I'm trying to bring some more vibes to the pre-existing vibes so that I feel like I'm in a tropical oasis even though I'm on my patio. And I don't really know if this is like the appropriate attire for gardening, but I also don't wear things like this very often, but I'm really feeling it today, and I'm covering my chest because there's a lot of chesticles out. But the first thing I want to do, I have this plant here. I can't tell you what kind of plant this is, but it's a plant, okay? And she's in desperate need of some love and TLC. This is a Majesty Palm. So we're gonna replant her. And then I also got a rectangular planter box because I wanna try my hand at a chaos garden. So to help me out, I got this tropical potting mix, which I hope works for this Majesty Palm because it looks tropical, but we'll see. We'll see. So it says put a third of the mix into a simple black planter, and then you put the palm inside loosen root ball. I don't honestly want to touch this, but I have to take it out of here, and I'm trying not to make a mess. I don't know how it's working so well. And then I'm just gonna put the rest of this bag in here. I knew this was going to be messy, but I think I underestimated how messy this would be. And I want to make sure she's still straight. Okay, so we have plant number 1 out of the way. I feel like she looks straight, so I'm gonna go sit her on my patio, and then we're gonna start the next one, which I think will be a lot more fun. For my next set of plants, I am doing this like rectangle box planter here, and I saw on TikTok these chaos garden things, and I really like them. There's something so whimsical about them, so I'm going to attempt to do my own. So of course I have some potting mix, and then I also grabbed these 2 seed packets. So one is a monarch butterfly sanctuary garden for all of the butterflies and whatnot, and then I also got a bird and butterfly packet as well to bring in the birds. Let's go ahead and put this one together. I'm gonna put a layer of potting soil at the bottom. I'm also realizing I never got any like gardening tools, which I think I kind of need right now in this moment of chaos, but that's okay. I'm not gonna be very intentional with how I plant these. It also does not give me any instructions, which is making me a little bit nervous, but we're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna sprinkle like I'm seasoning. I probably should have mixed these all together then sprinkled. The only thing I'm worried about with all of these, I really hope that it doesn't bring a whole bunch of like bugs, because I don't want a whole bunch of bees around me. Like I don't want to risk getting stung or anything. I'm gonna sit this outside and hopefully we get some plants. I think it's also going to rain today, so I'm gonna try to let these soak up as much rain as possible. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with these plants, but we're hoping for blooms. Is it gonna take a couple of weeks? Yes. Is that going to mess with me and my need for things to happen quickly? Absolutely. But we'll see what happens. I watered them. Hopefully they get some sun this weekend. It's a little cloudy right now. But the next thing I'm going to do, I'm gonna batch some content for next week and then get to writing, because y'all, I have to be honest, Book 2, it's something about book 2 that is just messing with my mind. I'm finding it increasingly difficult to stick with what I have written already. I've restarted the book a couple of times at this point. And I don't know, like, I'm just so nervous. I'm definitely suffering from some perfectionism right now. And honestly, I think it's because book 1 did well. It could be doing better at this point. I think it's starting to taper off in terms of it being out there. That could also have something to do with like my social media engagement, which is why I'm trying to restart everything. But I'm just so nervous about book 2 and I'm struggling. I know I need to put it out because like this is a business at this point. I'm trying to make it my livelihood. And I know people are itching for Kelly and Khalil's story, but it's just so hard to write. Like I can't focus on it at all. And I know that this week I really want to have a good act 1 at least. Like I've written a lot, but I'm just not feeling the flow of the story. And so I'm about to do something completely crazy and start over again. Which I think won't take me as much time because I have written this story so many times and there are pieces that I like and pieces that I don't like. But I think what's making it worse is that I'm also under a time crunch because I have to have draft at this point ready to send to my editor by the end of May. And it's already April and my word count goal is like 90K. The delusional in me is saying 90K is possible by May 20th, but I also want time to send to my beta readers, or in this case, like to alpha readers, before I send it to my editor. Y'all send me some help. Send me some good vibes in the comment. Leave me a comment with some motivation to keep going. Maybe someone who comes across this video will need the motivation as well. But for now, I'm going to clean up my mess. I'm going to batch some content for the upcoming week so I can just stay active on my socials. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and prep what's gonna be dinner today. And then maybe by then my head will be clear enough to sit down and actually be productive. We'll see. Okay, I am batching all of my Patreon posts for probably most of April. I have not launched this Patreon just yet, but it's coming real soon. I'm making a mood board actually for my upcoming novella because that is a post that I want to go ahead and put out there. I am using Pinterest for this because this mood board is not going to be anywhere for like marketing purposes because I know you can get in a lot of trouble doing that. I hope y'all are kind of able to see what I'm doing right now, but this is what I have. These are just a couple of pictures of New Orleans because the book does take place in New Orleans. If my beta readers ever see this video, then they will know exactly what. Oh my God, I promise y'all, I do not have as many technical difficulties as this is giving me right now. We can kind of put this one here. And I'm just gonna layer a whole bunch of different pictures. Like, let me open this back up and we'll drag this one in here. Cause I kind of have like my background. And now I'm adding like the smaller pictures. And this is kind of the same process that I used when I put together like all the mood boards for the different books that I've written. This is the Loved by You mood board, and then other books that I've read. I actually haven't posted these on social media. There's actually one more thing I want to do, and that is I wanted to add an overlay to the board. And then I'm gonna change up the color, maybe this goldy color, like a brown color, because I want it to be kind of vintagey, like a black, something like that. And then I'm gonna position this overlay by using the layers. So my smaller pictures, I want to be in front of the layer, and I'm just gonna play around with the transparency of it. Something like that. I'm just gonna keep doing that. What else? Ooh, I gotta get this. So let me know in the comments, based off of some of the pictures that I am getting, what kind of vibes do you think I'm bringing to the novella? What you all think? I'm very excited for the novella. I'm just gonna keep adding some more pictures just to make it look very collagey. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop there because I don't want to give away too much. Let's see, what else did I want to add? I want to add a little bit of this. Let's try removing the background there and do something like that so it looks like a little sticker type of thing. And we'll find a place for him. And then I guess I'll go ahead and add the women. It won't hurt, especially because I think I have some of their pictures already. But this is why I like using Canva for all of my marketing tools. It just makes putting things together so easy. Vanessa Williams was my inspiration for Wesley's mother. So I want to add her on here, and let's have her sitting like kind of here. So like something like that. So for Kelly's mom, this is kind of who I was envisioning, Nia Long. And I think I want to put her, I need her to go somewhere like here. This is who I envisioned as being Vanessa's mom. Remove the background on that. And then I'm gonna move Denzel up. Because what I'm trying to do is keep the characters together as much as I possibly can. Like the people who are in the relationships with each other. Now, don't y'all come for me because these pictures aren't historically accurate, okay? That would be rude. Just a mood board. It's for the vibes. It's for you to get the feel of the story. And I'm just gonna name each of the couples. They all have their own moments in the story. Like it's not just one couple's story. It's all of their story. And so I want to make sure that they're all represented. I'm going to switch over to my April because I also want to make this a post because eventually I'll post it on my Instagram. So I'm going to put it here too. So now I have my little branded Instagram post and I need to center this again. And so now I have my brand. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. I just finished scheduling all of my Patreon posts for the next 2 weeks. And I just want to show y'all what my Patreon looks like. I can't actually share my Patreon just yet because my page is under review because I just published it and I'm not really sure how long that takes. But here is a sneak peek. Here's the main page and it looks very similar to my YouTube page. And then I have a couple of posts. So if you sign up depending on your tier, you'll be able to see these different posts. I do have 4 tiers. So I have my free tier where there's like random posts, and then I have my story supporter tier that is $5 a month. And then I have my main character energy tier and an author's inner circle tier and a book bay tier. Something to note about all of these tiers: for the book bay tier and the author's inner circle tier, I am limiting the number of people who join those just because of some of the perks that they get at that level. For example, the book bay tier is the highest tier. It is $40 a month, but only 25 people can be in that tier. And then the author's inner circle tier is $15 a month, but only 50 people can be in that tier. Do I think those tiers are going to fill up anytime soon? Absolutely not. But I just know some of the things that are going to be sent out to members of those tiers, and I want to make sure that it's limited to a certain number of people because I don't want to overwhelm myself. But now that it actually started raining outside, and I'm sad because I can't go sit on the patio right now, but I might be able to sit out there later. I'm going to hop on live. I really need to get on live so that it can like push my videos into the algorithm. I think at some point this week I'm going to do a live on YouTube, which honestly it's probably not going to be as nerve-wracking as I think it's going to be because I don't think anybody's going to join that live. So I also guess I need to figure out how to promote that. But yeah, I'm about to get on live on TikTok and then work on BookTube a little bit more. Even if I just get 500 words, I guess I'm gonna have to be happy with that because like I said, it's been a journey trying to write this novel. I wonder if I can quickly go get some like aesthetic rain footage for the vlog. Maybe, we'll see.